Now it's the time to have the market forecast. We will start from August 5. Today is the 5th of August and we will start from daily. So, starting from daily, we can see there is no area which is currently pushing the price bullish, but there is bunch of area which will going to push the price bearish. So, daily, I would say neutral but bullish, and then comes the H4. And in H4 the structure is looking so far bullish, but you can see the wiki area hole. I don't know what to say. All I can say is that it doesn't really look good, even though the current structure is bullish. We have the market structure shift of this whole order block, but it's still the same thing in EU as well. In H4 as well, there is no zone from which it is going to be reacting bullish other than this one. Now let's take a look at the H1 to have a key level. Then I can only see this one. Oh fuck. Alright, so this is the only zone I can see from which I can expect a reaction from, while targeting this high above. Yep, this one. So yeah, that would be it. That is it. Nothing else to say. Since the overall market isn't looking very smooth or anything, then I would also like to not play very smoothly. I would like to see price moving below, taking the low, and then market structure shift. That is where I will execute while holding my SL below and having here TP wants to do. So yeah, my bias for today is going to be bullish, and let's see how this one turns out. Otherwise I wouldn't be taking any trades. So that is it. Let's go. I would like to look at the another pair, and that is USD CAD. If that one is looking good, I would be in. Otherwise fuck them as well. Time frame H4 structure shift, bullish, nothing, nada. So yeah, that is it. EU, I am bullish in there, and yeah, let's see how this one turn out. That is it. So in EU, price is near my TP. It didn't hit yet. Now let's see. And the thing is, NY session is about to open, and I expect today's price to be bullish. And if NQ is going to be bullish, which is very much likely, then I would get my SLs. But still, let's see. Now let's have a brief look over the higher time frame, how things are going on. We have the market structure shift, which is very good, I would say. This is the one we had, and now it's just a matter of couple of days that price will reach the all-time high again. So target for today is going to be this one, but I believe this one will very much likely to hit in the first two M5 candles. So I would like to move above and have my target as this one. Really, bro. Okay, target for today is going to be this one, and before that there is going to be this one. And yeah, that is it. We are again bullish, no doubt in it. Now let's take a look at the H1 and mark some key levels. So the recent one I can see is this one. Precisely, it would be like something like this. Okay, no, not like this. A bit more. Perfect. That is the H1 area, and then we have some couple of swing low which can be tapped I don't expect to be because overall market is heavily bullish. But still, let's just mark those. And then comes the M15, which is pretty much bullish, I would say. We have the market structure shift, couple of fair value gap, sorry, not fair value gap, couple of order flow is in the way, and yeah, we are pretty much just going to be bullish. And let's mark this one as well. I don't know what's wrong with. Okay, now time to make the plan. So plan is going to be pretty simple. All I want to see is price moving below and then create the market structure shift or just engulfing candle so that I can move in M1 and have the my confirmation. It would be one play, and the second play is going to be price open bullish. That is where I would like to look at the lower time frame and then the confirmation there. Otherwise, that is it. I don't see anything else to be in a play. Alright, so today is 6th of August, next day, and yeah, let's just have it quick. So first one is in EU, as you can see clearly my overall plan. I believe I have recorded. And now here's the thing. My plan was that during this session, during the NY, if price sweep and then market structure shift, that is where I would like to execute. But it seems like the sweep has already happened before my session, and in my session it was just a continuation. So I have marked this order block and put my limit order here while having my SL below the swing low or at the swing low. Yeah, that's it. It went very well. Price tapped into there and just straight bullish. In one candle, I got my full TP. It was a good one in EU. Now let's take a look at the NQ, which is going to be a bit hectic. So overall, my plan was bullish. I waited for market open and it did open with this bullish candle. First of all, before the market open, we already had a bullish engulfing candle, and then the first candle at the open also ended up being an engulfing candle. Now here's the thing, those people who doesn't take any confirmation in the lower time frame and jump in with this engulfing candle, it is very much likely that they will get hit by this week. But end of the story, I still did get hit, so that doesn't really matter. Now let's take a look at the M1 and we will get to see the confirmation that I have taken at the time. So here's the thing. Okay, this one was the one. This is where I was waiting for price to have a retracement, or let's say just to pull back toward this area and then continuation. But what price did is move all the way here, take this liquidity, retest it in this order block, and then start moving bullish. And when it was starting to move bullish, I was waiting for price to have a Marcus, not Marcus structure shift. It was like I was waiting for the IFVG, inverted fair value gap, for I wanted to see this trend in bullishness. Price create this one, I execute in here, and by a mistake I executed with like 7 mini, which was a huge amount. But fortunately prices are moving in my direction, so I closed so early in profit, like 200 bucks or 250 bucks in profit. And then I got to execute in this fairly gap. Let me remove this first. Alright, so then I execute on this fairly gap with my limit order while putting my SL below. But what price did is price is starting to create these internal bearish market. That is where I exit in this area because price were making this bearish thing, and I say that if price break this thing and move again bullish, then I will be interested in it. You can see in the next mosh we have this smoke structure shift executed in there, and then price move straight bearish. I was I mean I had accepted my loss, but then price moved all the way bullish while having this inverted fairly gap another time. I managed my SL in here, and then price move, as you can see. So that's how it went, the first one, and this one was the one that I had forecasted. Now how come I take the second entry? So I say to myself that if H1 shows bearishness, then it is very much likely for price to reach toward this swing low. And guess what H1 did? H1 ended up being heavily bearish with this candle. And since this one happened while breaking this one, which is obviously meaning that price will reach this swing low. So that's how I went to M5, I would say. Let me, my bad. All right. So that's how I went to M5. We had this, let me mark this one. So we had this zone, price went there, and then when price broke below this one, this zone become a resistance level, and we can clearly see that from that resistance level we also have a order block in the price, which is showing that bearish are taking in. If I want to execute, I can be execute from there. So I move into M1 and start doing my thing. We're waiting for a pullback like this, and then a break below. Got the break below, put my order here, and my first SL was in this area. When price moved here, I put my SL here, and when price start to reclaim the area, I mean when bulls are trying to move bullish, I got a bit scared and put my SL in this area, even to knowing that this area isn't a good one for having SL. But still, that's how it went. I got hit with my SL, and yeah, then price went boom toward my TP. So I would say it was my mistake for not following the 3 PDA rule when it comes to setting SL. I always try to do that, but yesterday I was moving with fear, for which I would like to say that it was my mistake. But the good thing is, yesterday my overall loss in NQ was only like 0.03%. Very small amount, and yeah, it was a good thing that I managed my risk pretty well. So let's see how today turned out. And one thing I noticed that is at the beginning of the week, I tend to be more focused. But in the midweek, I somehow got a bit carried away and take L's.